What's poppin', everyone? It's your girl Queen Adrian Monroe, and I am back finally with my third vlog update about my life and my health. I know a lot of you, actually a surprising number, have been asking me about my liver, my health, how I'm doing, when I'm, fully coming back to work and everything. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom, my Marilyn Monroe right there. That 70s show right there. Those are my teddy bears. I actually won the huge colorful one at Dave & Buster's for I think some enormous amount, like 14,000 tickets or something like that. That took a couple visits. And the top bear, I call him my friends always laugh at me when I actually tell them the name of my teddy bear. So I got that teddy bear when I was 10 years old. Funny enough, from Dave & Buster's. My dad won the tickets for me, and I call him Brody Esquire Teddy Skins. So I named him when I was 10. Don't go crazy on me for my colorful imagination, but whatever. And then, my little pieces of art and stuff in the back. I still have to get more command strips to put them up, but I figured it'd be a cool little work in progress to show you guys, since I really don't get that personal too often. Just, laying on my bed. If you notice, it is a colorful dream catcher. So, love it, but I still have my satin pillowcases for my hair. So, that is my room update. Let's just get into my health. Let's just talk the nitty gritty. So, where we last left off, I was no longer in stage 3 liver fibrosis anymore. I wasn't where I wanted to be, obviously, wasn't anywhere safe, but it was better than stage 3 and having to think about, donor list and stuff like that. It's just not cool. When I was younger, I did come very, very close to possibly having to go on the list and get a new liver. That alone is a scary enough process. I was very young at the time too. I'm very young now. I'm only 26. I turned 27 on January 1st, which is not even 3 weeks away. So I am not even 3 weeks away from my 27th birthday. But when I was very young, about 16, almost 16 years old, my liver got very sick and the medicines weren't working. The prednisone, the mercaptopurine, none of it was working. And we had to talk about possibly getting a new liver. Now, the problem with this was, one, no teenager wants to think about surgery and someone else's liver in them and all of that. But with what I have, autoimmune hepatitis, it just means that I have a really overactive immune system, which basically looks at my liver like a foreign object, like it's supposed to kill it, like get in there, SWAT team mode, like move, move, move type stuff. No survivors. And I could get a new liver, but what was going to stop my overactive immune system from destroying the new liver as well? So when I thought about that, the first thing that came to me, and I've never changed my mind since, was if my liver does get bad enough that I do need a new liver or things are just not working out, I'm not going to put myself on the list. I'm not going to take an opportunity away from somebody else who will be able to live another 20, 30 years with that liver versus me who would live another 5, because the process would start all over again. So we've had close encounters, but thankfully I'm still here. This time around was very close to, not nearly as close, but the thought was still in the back of my mind. And even now at 26, I made the same decision I did at 16, which was, no, I'm not going on the list. Either God is going to find a way to make these medicines all of a sudden start working, or there's going to be a new medicine, or I'm going to go completely all natural again, but there's going to be a way that I'm going to survive with my liver, You could call it ignorance, you can call it just sheer determination. I just called it trying to survive. I still call it trying to survive. I do the best that I can. This time around, the medicines got me to a point. We did the same treatment all over again, prednisone. I can actually show you here. I take 5 milligrams of prednisone, right, every day, once a day. And then I take half a tablet, so 25 milligrams of mercaptopurine, which is also a chemo medication and stuff like that. So it does tend to give me very upset stomach or just nausea or, you know, all those kind of side effects. They started dropping my numbers very slowly. Like, this is the course of, I believe it's been something like 11 months. 9 to 11 months that we've been doing all of these treatments. So you got to imagine each month it's just ticking by little. So it's either going down a very little or it's going up a lot faster than he'll go down, and it's really frustrating. So after a few months of prednisone and mercaptopurine, I got very close to normal, like super, like we're almost there. And that is when my doctor told me, okay, I think we're close. I think we're entering remission. You are not anywhere near what you were before. You're doing a lot better. You're able to keep a steady weight now. I stand steady at about the last time I checked it was 142. So, I mean, that's great. Never would have thought I would have come to a point in my life where I would freely admit my weight as a woman, but here we are. I'm proud of that weight. I've worked really hard to maintain it. Since COVID is so crazy right now, I tend to do a lot more yoga in my room. So I'll do yoga in my bed, or I'll do it on my floor. I'll set up like blankets and stuff like that, just to keep my body moving so that I'm not getting into a depressed state, or even just keeping myself limber so I'm just not going crazy, you know, because being stuck in a room in an apartment for a lot of time will definitely bring your mood down. We got very, very close to healthy numbers, but all of a sudden my numbers started to raise again super quick. And we couldn't figure it out. My dosage wasn't changing. I was taking my meds every single day. I only skipped 2 days because I ran out, and it took the pharmacy a little bit to refill. So 2 days of no prednisone. I was still taking the mercaptopurine. 2 days of no prednisone should not have brought my numbers up that high. So my doctor decided, let's take a look at another medication. It was something experimental we had talked about in the very beginning, hoping that we wouldn't need to go there, but here we were. So the medication, I can actually show you. This horse pill right here. This is Cellcept. Cellcept is a medication that they give to transplant patients, kind of like an anti-rejection medication, so your body doesn't reject the new organ. And it works great for those people. I do not have a transplant. I still have my original God-given born liver. I like to refer to it as a Wolverine liver, because this is about the third or fourth time we've been here with liver problems, and it's like healing itself out here. So I'm hoping that the Wolverine liver translates to like a whole Wolverine type of body. But hey, that's just me. So Cellcept, like I mentioned, is an anti-organ rejection medication. Now, in some rare cases for people with autoimmune hepatitis like me, where they just don't understand why my numbers respond the way they do, why they will respond to medication one day and then completely stop responding the next. For cases like mine, they have seen in certain studies where this medication, Cellcept, will come in and kind of stabilize the liver enzymes and get them to a healthy place and stay there. So it seems like a really great magical fix, right? Like, finally there's a pill that can get everything in order and I'm not this unicorn anymore. You know, it's not fun to be the unicorn. You're everyone's guinea pig. It's not cool. You're a human, not an experiment. The problem with this pill, and it still weighs heavy on me, it was a long conversation my doctor and I had to have, which was, I obviously am a young woman, and children are a result of living life and stuff like that. This medication is very intense. It can cause miscarriages. It can cause deformities in a child if I do result in pregnancy. Miscarriages are not something easy to process, let alone deal with. Getting a child sick because of my ailments and stuff like that, I couldn't live with that. So my doctor wanted me to be really sure. Adrian, are you completely sure that you are not gonna have kids right now? And the funny thing is, I come from a family where I am the youngest, but I was always serving everyone else. This one, that one, that one. So the younger children ended up just being me as the babysitter and stuff. And, you know, not coming from the best home, you end up feeling like a parent to the adults a lot of the time. So in my head, kids and me just didn't factor in. It was like, kids come from where? No, they rip what? No. They cry in the middle of the night so that you can't sleep. You focused on, oh my God, is the baby okay? And all of a sudden you got milk coming out your boobs. And no, I don't need any of that. I could barely take care of myself some days. So it was easy in the moment to say, sure, I'm not having kids. I don't see kids in my future. So go ahead, let's start this. And I was happy taking the pills at first until all of a sudden these awful dizzy spells would start coming, to the point that the whole room was spinning in my eyes, and laying in bed wouldn't make it go away. I would literally have to put a blanket on the floor and lay on the floor, closing my eyes in a fetal position until it went away, sometimes 20 to 40 minutes. That would make you feel like you wanted to hurl. And I have an inside joke with my friends and family. We call my stomach the stomach of steel, because I will dry heave left and right. All you will hear is like, but you will not see me upchuck for anything. I don't know what's wrong with my stomach. Even if I wanted to throw up, I couldn't. It's just how my body works. And for me to feel like, oh my God, I'm about to throw up, I'm about to pass out, it was pretty major. I was making macaroni and cheese one night, about 11 o'clock at night. And in the middle of waiting 7 minutes for my pasta, the macaroni, to be done, all of a sudden the room starts spinning. And I had to grab my countertop and lead my way to the couch, because all of a sudden I just started seeing all these black stars pop up in my eyes, and my vision was going, and I just heard like a beep in my ear, like I couldn't hear anything else. And I just made it to my couch and I collapsed, and I'm just breathing, and I'm just telling myself, God, please, like I haven't eaten well. I know that. I don't feel well. I'm trying so hard to get through this. Please just get me to the room, And eventually I did. I finished my mac and cheese. I went and I ate it and I passed out. But these dizzy spells continued for about 3 weeks. I've been on these meds for a little over a month now. And my doctor got nervous. These were not normal side effects. Side effects should have been like nausea, which I do have most of the time. Upset stomach and stuff like that, appetite decrease or increase, all of which I had. Headaches, let me tell you, these headaches be pounding. It's like someone just taking like a jackhammer, like all on your head. It's oh my God. You can see why I'm like constantly doing scalp massages and stuff to help myself. But I trooped it through, y'all. I trooped those couple weeks through. All the while I'm sitting there just for some reason this kid thing popped up. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not crazy, I don't want kids anytime soon, and I'm sure they're adorable for other people. They're adorable to me when I can hand them back to their parents when they start screaming. I find my nephews adorable when I buy stuff for them or play with them. But other than that, I only know how to mother my dog, and it's because my dog relies on me for everything. But a child, I'm trying to mother my inner child, and that's hard enough, Being told it's different now. You might not be able to have kids at all as a result of this medication I don't really know how to describe trying to process that. I know I'm a great aunt and I'm a great aunt to my sister's kids and my friends' kids. And I know I'll never be alone, and I have an amazing support system, and I have all of you. It's just, as a woman, it was a big decision, and it's still pretty heavy on me. This is definitely a life-changing pill, CellCept, in more ways than I ever could have imagined. But the good news is we just did blood last week, and my numbers are this medicine was miraculous. Yes, I'm still dealing with nausea and issues eating, and I'll work my way through that like I always do. But to know that one liver enzyme is already steady, it's normal, and one is just 3 points away from a completely normal liver, the functions are good. There's no scarring anymore at all. It's completely smooth again. Besides a small little fatty layer on the liver, which goes away with change of diet and exercise, which I'm totally up for. I'm just doing so much better, and it's crazy. I've been here trying to wrap my head around it. When I got the results, I was looking at those numbers, and I really thought when I would finally reach normal numbers, I would cry, or I'd be so happy, like, yes, we're finally here. And I literally just stood looking at those numbers like, it was a different feeling. Like, are these real? Was this a mistake? So these meds are working even though they make me feel like death. Okay, that's cool. I hope this isn't forever. I will deal with the death pill, the death horse pill, if I can get rid of the other pills, which I did get confirmation a few days ago that we are going to discuss after my birthday, removing the prednisone. So that's exciting, because that steroid is terrible. That makes you gain weight left and right. The mood swings be crazy. The depression is next level. My mental health is just something different. Through this course of treatment for my liver, a lot of these medications gave me horrible depression. I had a lot of suicidal thoughts. I did end up cutting myself again a few months ago. Those are the not so great moments that you try to work through. My biggest issue is self-judgment. It's so funny. I don't judge anybody else in life. Like, you do you, boo boo. Like, I got you. Like, I'm that friend in the back. Like, we out here, okay. But when it comes to me, oh my God, nobody judges me like me. I'm never good enough for myself. I never do enough. There's always more that I expect. And when I make my mistakes or when I go through my triumphs, it's hard to accept, because there's always that thought, like, I could have done more. I could have changed my diet more, or I could have had a better attitude towards this. And when I have my down moments, like the cutting, I just hate myself so much, because I know I deserve better than what I put myself through. And I'm so thankful that I'm in a point in my life now where I have such amazing people around. I have one friend who literally, dude, like 3 to 4 times a day, he will text me right on the dot. He has set reminders on his phone so that every time it's time for me to take my meds, whether they're my psych meds or my liver meds, he texts me med time with some kind of gif to make me laugh, to encourage me to take my meds so that my numbers keep going down. I have so many other friends who tell me I'm gonna make it through because I'm flipping Superwoman, I'm Wolverine, I'm all these things. I have friends that tell me I am the mother effing red carpet queen and I have to get better because nobody can take my place. And all of that feels really amazing. And I just wish I knew why I punished myself so much. When I was younger, I used to drink a lot, and it comes into my head a lot now, like maybe I did this to myself. Now not being able to drink, it's been a long time, over like 2 or 3 years since I've had a drink, and I used to love to drink to the point that it was a problem. And some days my only motivation to take my meds and to do the whole everything is, you know what? When you're fully in remission and you get that one drink, you're gonna make it a mean hurricane. 2 types of rum, it's gonna be delicious. And that's my motivation sometimes, and that makes me feel bad. It's like, yo, a drink should not be your motivation to get healthy. And I am not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes off camera that you guys don't know and will never know about. But during all of this, these liver meds make it really hard to overcome those negative thoughts until you're like beating yourself up when things aren't working. And some days are really hard. Most days, I don't know how I'll wake up. If I'll be super anxious, if the imposter syndrome will kick in so badly that I just feel emotionally and physically paralyzed. Sometimes I'll wake up with my head so overwhelmed with so many negative thoughts about myself that it's like, how can I come on camera and show this to the world? Like, people expect Queen Monroe to be happy and yay, new hair products, but it's hard. These meds take away your sense of self, your normalcy. Some days I'll be so restless that it's like I want to run outside my door and just keep running, and I don't even have like a destination in sight. It's just I want to get away, and it's like, from what? I don't know. All these meds, this life, it's hard. And you know that video out there, I was like, God, I don't know who told you I was one of your strongest soldiers, because I'm getting my ass beat out here. My health has been kicking my ass for the better part of a year, 2 years. But just know I'm trying. Lord, am I trying every day. That's why my psychiatrist ended up prescribing me medications for my mental health, just to get myself out of my head. So we're on 15 milligrams of Lexapro, 15 milligrams of Lexapro every single day. We have buspirone, something like that. That's for my anxiety, which helps a little bit. I do have my medical marijuana on top of it. And then I am a smoker, so I smoke hookah. Not all the time, because sometimes that is an upper, but I know my limits and stuff like that. But altogether, we're looking at 9.5 pills a day, about 4 for mental health, the rest for my liver. But besides the tears from the hard days, because my liver is finally back to where it should be, the mental health continues. Every day is different. And it's like I tell my friends, just because I don't have any suicidal ideations right now and stuff like that doesn't mean that these meds won't bring them back. I just try every day to have a positive and grateful outlook. I start my every single morning and I end my every night with, God, just thank you for being with me. Thank you for never giving up on me when it felt like the whole world did at one point. And that's not on any of you. It's just you feel so isolated when you're that sick, because not everyone can understand that kind of chronic sickness and the fear that you wake up with and the anxieties and the anger. But I tell God, like, if it weren't for you, I don't know where I'd be. And no matter what I went through today, no matter what kind of anxiety, no matter what kind of alienation, no matter what kind of craziness came my way, you helped me make it through, and you helped me look like I've been killing it, because I have been killing it. And just thank you for giving me another day to continue my purpose. And if my purpose is just to spend my time talking to you about hair and new products, and by the way, new product alert from Manasi Naturals, I can tell you about that later, because I do have a video about that. But even if it's just talking about hair, I mean, God wouldn't have allowed me to collect all this curly hair info in my head if it wasn't to spread the knowledge, right? And help everyone and help them focus on something else. If it wasn't for my hair journey through all of this, I wouldn't know what to focus on. I'd be going crazy. I'd be killing myself more with more mistakes and stuff. So I'm thankful for my hair journey, for giving me something different to focus on, new goals, new accomplishments. I mean, where would I have ever thought my hair would have looked this nice on a random Wednesday night? You know, like, it's just craziness. I just want to say to all of you who've been following my health journey, thank you for making me feel less isolated, adding to my support system, adding your love and your prayers. I mean, I don't mean to cry, but it's overwhelming when I think of all the love you guys have given me. I could never pay you back for that, and it's just why I try so hard to provide you guys with the best information I can, the best content on my website, Red Carpet Curls, like my Curly Girl Method / Trichology blog. Like, that's my life. You guys are my life, you know. Outside of this health condition, I am not just my health, you know. And on the days when I don't feel so royal, like, you guys remind me, I am still a queen. Even if my crown is a little banged up, it is still a crown. And I thank you, because you guys have helped me pull myself through all of this. And I don't really know if I could have without you. So thank you so much. So yeah, my liver is healthy. We're just 3 points away, so I can let you guys know on my next appointment after my birthday. I can do a little vlog on my birthday if you guys want to see how I spend it and stuff. I still don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be my 27th birthday, and that's something to celebrate. I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna be healthy on my 27th birthday. I've spent 2 birthdays sick to my core, and I'm spending my 27th healthy. But yeah, I hope this answers that I'm doing well, regardless of the tears. Tears come and go. I'm not going to pretend like being happy all the time is what is it. I am not complaining about my life. I love my life. I am so happy to be healthy. I am so happy to have been strong enough to make it through these kinds of ordeals, whether it's been, you know, just the mental health, the liver health. You guys remind me all the time how strong I am, and I'm strong because of you guys. So thank you so much for being invested in my personal life as much as you guys are my professional. I can definitely do more vlogs if you guys are into it, but just know that I am doing so good, and I will fully be back to Red Carpet Curls. That's right, fully. That means YouTube, podcast episodes, new blog posts, new reels. Your girl's been doing reels on Instagram. Yo, if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm type offended, because I've been learning how to do reels for y'all, and it's getting good. All right, so yeah, y'all better subscribe to that too. I got a ton of stuff coming your way, but seriously, just know I'm taking these pills. I'm doing everything I gotta do, and your girl, she's out here breaking the mold. All right, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for being a part of my journey, and thank you for making me a part of yours. Okay, so I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.